Hey, beautiful people. I am so happy to have you here. We are going to do a love reading today. I hope everyone had an amazing Easter with family, friends, or alone if you spent it alone. Yeah, so let's jump right into a love reading. Right off the bat, I was getting that song, Is It Too Late Now to Say Sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. So something about an apology really wanting to come through. I believe that's Justin Bieber. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Okay, so someone really wanting to come through with an apology, but maybe feeling like it's too late. Like they took too much time to come in with this. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Blinded by Love by Finding Fate. Absolutely love this deck. It's so pretty. Look at the pretty like teal foil on it. Let's see what happened in this connection, Spirit. Tell us what happened in this connection to warrant this apology here. What can you tell us? Ooh, really scared to apologize because cards don't want to come through. Ooh, bottom of the deck. I am actually going to take that. Your abilities scare me. Alchemy, okay? Scared of you, I just heard. Scared of you. But also, I can't wait to see you again. So, part of this is them feeling like they almost feel like they know that you know this apology is coming, and it's like they feel like you know what's going to be said, or you are tuned into the fact that this is going to happen, and that kind of scares them. They feel very like they don't have anything to hide behind around you or in front of you or when they speak to you, and they don't like that feeling. Okay, we have, I allowed my pride to get in the way. I am sorry. So, wow, I'm sorry again. So maybe look up that song for additional messages as well. Definitely sorry about something. I just heard for not speaking, for not saying how they felt. They left something very unsaid, and I just got the chills. Very unsaid. And they really, really regret that. You're my soulmate. Wow. Wow, we have spider energy too here. So they were definitely being elusive to this connection. But they are sorry and they believe you to be their soulmate. So they know there's a strong connection here. Okay, what else, Spirit? Yellow could be very significant here. I'm feeling like yellow energy, maybe solar plexus energy. I feel broken. They don't quite know how to come in with this yet. They don't, like I said, with the time, they're feeling like maybe it's been too much time. Hopeless, despair, drowning in sadness. Wow, so current energy, wearing a mask in this connection. I just saw like that specific pottery where I forget the exact name of it, where you break the pottery or like a vase and then you put it back together with gold paint. Oh, that's too many. Okay, we have glow up, insight and clarity. I will call you soon. Okay, and are you happy without me? Wow, okay, so they're definitely gonna come in with this apology. They gained some type of clarity with their third eye here, okay? So some kind of download came through, or they could have even went to see like a psychic of some sort, okay? We also have your too good to be true and distance here. So there's obviously distance with this connection, emotionally scared. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of fear surrounding this. There's a lot of fear surrounding coming in here, but they know they need to apologize for something, and they need to tell you something. They need to tell you something. It may just come in through a text that they need to see you to talk to you, okay? They may want to do this in person. I'm feeling really, really strongly because it's been quite some time. I'm also getting with this that this this distance or this separation may have started in 2020, okay? So around when COVID happened, it could be even 2019, but sometime when COVID was in the beginning stages, okay, that kind of started this distance for obvious reasons, okay? But that distance kind of continued. Here is that blue jay again. I kid you not, this blue jay shows up every time I start reading. So this is something significant. It's telling me one of you, if this is resonating, some of you have a specific spirit guide on the other side with you at all times, almost at all times here. Okay, I'm getting this as a male figure of some sort. Okay, we're moving on to the Neon Awakening by Spiritual Infusion. We have Temperance, so Sagittarius energy. This has required a lot of patience. We also have Jupiter energy here. And with this glow up card, this is growth and expansion. So what this is telling me is that this masculine really felt like they needed a glow up of some sort before they could come forward on this. And they didn't expect it to take so long, I'm hearing. There's a perfectionism wound here, okay? They feel like they have to be perfect before they come forward, and this is one of their lessons here, I'm hearing very strongly, okay? They have to let go of perfectionism because it's really intensely delaying this happiness for them. But that's something that they have to learn, okay? It's delaying this 10 of Pentacles, this marriage, established, beautiful energy that they're wanting here. Okay, we also have the planet of Mercury. So this is communication. Okay, this has required a lot of temperance. Like I said, with Sagittarius energy, we have Virgo energy here too. So Sagittarius and Virgo, both fall time. Something could be happening closer to the fall in this year, but there is balance and alchemy happening here. Okay, we had Temperance come out right under alchemy. Okay, so there is balance and justice coming to this connection. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so very romantic. Lover could be a possible player. That could have been their past energy. Okay, they lived for the attention, I just heard. Very charming, but this can also speak to true love here. Okay, we have Gemini energy and the Sun. Okay, so I'm feeling Leo really strong too. Not quite emotionally there, not a King of Cups, but a Knight of Cups. Okay, so still growing, still glowing up in that aspect, if you will. We have the King of Pentacles. Wow, okay, Taurus energy and the Sun as well. Okay, so part of this glow up was there's this energy of them. They wanted to be very stable financially. Okay, not only did they want to glow up physically, I'm hearing, but they wanted to be very stable financially before something like this happened in their life. Like I said, this is so deeply rooted in a perfectionism wound here, okay? They need to clear, but I'm getting really strongly that it's still there strong. Okay, this is something that they have had a real hard time healing. I don't even know if they're aware of it. Okay, it doesn't feel like they're even aware of it, that they think that trying to attain this perfectionism is like a flex, okay? That's truly how they feel, not seeing that this is honestly hindering them, because it kind of gives them like analysis paralysis when they go to do anything, right? They feel like they have to be perfect. They probably feel like they have to be perfect before they can see you again, okay? You may have felt that energy on within this journey as well, but it's something you're aware of. I feel like if you've had that perfectionism wound or like a control wound, okay, or like there was times you wouldn't show up to see them if you didn't feel perfect that day, okay? 9 of Pentacles, so we have Virgo energy again, as well as the planet of Venus. So this is love and also speaking to abundance and financially independent. So many pentacles here, a lot of earth energy, okay? So this can speak to being single as well, this 9 of Pentacles, okay? But it's also a 9, which typically is the closing out of the cycle. Maybe this masculine has been single for quite some time, working on all these things, okay? Okay, we have the 4 of Swords, so healing and silence, okay? We have Libra energy and Jupiter again. So this masculine is currently really working on their growth and expansion. This has kind of come up quite a few times, but you could confirm this if they've shut down social media, okay? Typically, that is a big sign that someone is going within on a spiritual journey. And then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. 9, 10, the Knight, and then the King of Pentacles. This masculine has been going through rapid growth. And this can also speak to a solid offer, okay? It also speaks to patience with the Temperance card, hardworking, responsible, very slow moving, what I like to call my turtle energy, okay? But the way these pentacles are coming out here, recently there has been some very rapid growth and expansion, especially with Jupiter here twice, okay? So very, very rapid growth and expansion, probably within the last year, okay? And then we have 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? So they realize that this is their 10 of Cups, okay? They have to have it. I just heard, I've got to have it. Okay, I'm taking everything I deserve in this life, okay, no matter what. A little bit of selfishness there, but that's positive in a sense, okay, because it's like this person does have a really, really big heart, and almost sitting with that and asking themselves, like, where has that got me? Okay, why don't I deserve to be happy? Not like they're not going to care about other people, but really recognizing that it's time to care about themselves and what they want and need in this life. We have Gemini energy again, as well as Mars, which speaks to aggression and action, okay? Craving, passion, very, very passionate. Hanged Man, okay? So different perspective, as I was just talking about, okay? They are still scared to come in here. Aquarius energy, we also have Gemini again. So Gemini and Earth energy, very, very strong here. Okay, there's been a delay, a silence, a surrender, suspense. Okay, you could be feeling this, could be feeling anxious at this time. Okay, like bouts of anxiousness, not knowing where it's coming from. It's and this comes right under I will call you soon. Okay, so they're hung up on this really bad at the moment, okay? They really want to come forward, but they keep, like I said, analysis paralysis. They keep talking themselves out of it at the moment, okay? Okay, let's get the heart's hidden secrets. See what's going on further. Let's go a little deeper. Here, Spirit, what else can you tell us about this masculine and this connection and what's going on currently? Okay, clarity. We have truth, intentions, and honesty. Wow, okay. Okay, I just saw this star card in my mind's eye, so they are definitely in rapid healing at the moment. Rapid healing. Getting that song. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call, no matter where you are, no matter how far. It's almost like it's telling me that whatever obstacles were standing in the way up until this point, like they're just gonna, a light bulb is gonna go off and it's gonna hit them and they're gonna be like, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care what's standing in the way. I have to speak my truth. This has to come off my chest. I don't care how stupid it makes me look. If it does, I don't care if I embarrass myself. I don't care about being vulnerable anymore. Like they're finally going to let down that perfectionism wound. I don't care if I feel or look perfect in that day. Current fantasy, so currently daydreaming, imagining and fantasizing, not really realizing that this is kind of like daydreaming as a form of manifestation, right? They're daydreaming about how it would feel to be in this connection, or how it would feel to see you again, how it would feel to embrace you again. Bottom of the deck, looking at memory, thinking about memories when the two of you were together and how it made them feel. And that's kind of magnetizing the connection, alchemizing the connection, right? What else, Spirit? What else can you tell us? Okay, we have heart fog, mixed signals. Maybe they felt like you were giving them mixed signals here, okay? They couldn't be sure. They couldn't be sure in the past how you were feeling. Distracted, sidetracked, change and delays. And then we have one day, someday, somewhere, another time. They've always held on to that, okay? There were delays with procrastination here. They've been back and forth on, is this real? Isn't this real? Is this real? Isn't this real? Do they love me? Do they not? Do they love me? Do they not? Yes, they love me. Yes, they don't. You know, the flower picking I'm seeing. Okay. But deep down in their soul, in their heart, they always knew that one day this would come back together. And you may have felt that too. Pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. Okay. They realized that they were being too prideful, that they were too much in their ego, that they were being stubborn. They cared a lot about what they looked like and how they felt, really, really rooted to this perfectionism thing. One or both of you could be the year of the tiger. Ooh, apology again. Wow. We have this like 3 times now. I'm sorry. I want to say I'm sorry. And then apology, forgiveness, return, and I'm sorry. They want to apologize. They just don't know how yet. Okay, they're trying to get there. They're trying to release that perfectionism wound. Let's move to the Lover Oracle and get some messages from them. Okay. We have, I have to let you go to find myself. Okay, so that's what they're going to tell you. They had to. They had to. They did not feel like they were ready for something this intense. Okay, so this is past energy there, but this is what something, part of the conversation, part of the apology. They had to completely find themselves. Okay, they had to heal painful memories here. They had a lot of pain from the past that was blocking their heart chakra, I'm hearing. Okay, I don't know who I am anymore. Okay, so they felt very lost in that time, and they weren't sure how they could love someone else if they didn't fully love themselves. I mean, that self-awareness is really amazing though, right? And that's beautiful about this person, is that they were that self-aware. And honestly, when you think about it, it's like they cared about you that much that they could have been selfish in that moment and let you date or be with a broken them. But in reality, that's how much they cared. You know, what's that saying? When you love them, let them go, right? Okay, life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. Okay. Oh. Missing you like crazy, I just heard. Missing you like crazy, just missing the energy of it all. We did have something else to do with darkness here as well. Like sad, dark, hopeless. I am scared of rejection. Okay, so another thing. They're scared to be rejected. Although you may be sitting there saying, I'm not sure why they would think they would be rejected. You feel like you've made it clear that you care for them, you know? You may have even said something about twin flames or soulmates or something at one point, thinking that they like were completely picking up what you were laying down, and they didn't. They did not connect the dots. Okay, what else, Spirit? Wow, so I need to figure myself out again. So that energy was really strong. I wish to be like you. They feel like you're very brave, especially coming out under the tiger. They feel like you were really brave with whatever you came forward with, okay? And just with the way you kind of, I'm getting, when you went through your spiritual awakening or your first like big bang spiritual awakening, you were still like in contact with them, okay? So they saw a lot of changes and uprooting going on in your life, and they think you're brave for that. I am blocked. So maybe you blocked them at one point, that they did try to put a message through, and now they think they're blocked. Now they think they can't come forward. And then, why can't I move on from you? I don't know where to start. Okay, so still in some like confusion about that. I'm feeling really strongly wanting to come in with this apology, but also, especially coming out with clarity, they want to ask you specifically, like, what is this connection? You know, like, what is your take on it? I just heard. I don't know where to start though. Let's get a few more of these. It's like they know what they feel, okay? They may be having really strong dreams at this time too. That's kind of like propelling them forward here a little bit, or making them want to come forward. It may even just be like, hey, you know, like, I'm sorry if you felt like dismissed by me, I'm hearing really strongly, or I didn't mean to, like, I'm sorry. Like, they want to say something like that, like, I'm sorry if you felt dismissed or like rejected by me, but they feel like who am I to say that to this feminine, you know? Like, they could not even feel that way, and then I just look dumb. It hurt. That's what they're feeling. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying this is what the feeling of this masculine coming through. It hurts so much. Okay, so they are hurting. They are hurting at this time. Send, you know, pray for their healing. Send them love. I was hurt by you. Wow, okay, so something, like I said with the heart fog, you could have been sending mixed signals. I'm getting that, okay? So, and maybe you're sitting there saying, you know, I will have no problem owning up to my part of this. I will have no problem apologizing, you know? I'm getting strongly that neither of you guys expected this, okay? Neither of you guys were in a place where it was right, you know, for this connection to come forward, but it did. It was like very serendipitous. You maybe just met one day out of the blue, and the connection, the energetic connection was so strong, and it was very confusing for both of you, but both of you may have not even been looking for this, wanting this, nothing. Okay, so really no one's to blame here. I don't understand. So exactly, again, there's this like knowing, and I can't let go of you. Same message is coming out over and over again. There's this knowing that they need to speak to you about this to get any sort of clarity, okay? Because you guys kind of have to both lay on the table what you've been feeling all this time, okay? Something about 7, so maybe this has been like a 7 going into an 8-year cycle. I am better with my mind than with my heart, coming out under pride. No duh. We feel that. You are too nice and I don't deserve your kindness. So yeah, they may have been hurt a bit, but they felt like in a long time they hadn't felt care from another person like they did from you. Even if, you know, you guys weren't ever like romantically linked, they felt like you cared about them. They truly did feel that. If you've been asking yourself that, these feelings are eating me alive. Okay, a lot of despair. It gets to a point where you have to speak your truth eventually, but this masculine here has been strong. They have been strong. They have been very strong on not showing their cards, so to speak. I want to keep going on this reading, but I don't have time. It's really good. Maybe we'll continue it tomorrow. Okay, let's get the astrology dice to get further confirmation. Okay, we have Saturn, so discipline. This is really linked to discipline. That was coming out really strongly my last reading. Okay, very, very strongly. The spiritual discipline has to be held on to, and I feel like that really needs to be held on to by the feminine right now in order to, you know, fully alchemize this connection. I feel like there could be a tie to Elvis. Someone likes Elvis a lot here. We have Cancer energy, so heavy emotions, lost friendships, loyalty, nurturing attitude. So they could also be going through like an upheaval, okay? A dismantling of whatever's been for a while. They're kind of losing their old self at this moment, which can be very discombobulating. That can be a lot to go through in itself. And then they're also dealing with these very intense feelings that they can't explain. So it's just a lot. It's a lot to go through. And then we have the 10th house, which talks about career, success, and fortune. Okay, so there may be a little bit of upheaval going on in that too. Something they thought they loved doing, maybe they're not sure they want to do anymore, or maybe a job loss has recently happened. Okay, and it's just making them question everything. Let's get a few charms here. Okay, so yeah, we have the bat. There is a death going on right now, an intense death, which is only going to bring rebirth with the butterfly, okay? So there is a rebirth going on. They really have to go through this transformation. We had so much Jupiter energy here, so growth and expansion going on right now, but it's painful, right? It's very painful. And we also have, I did say the star card in my mind's eye. It did not come out, but I did see it. And so that's Aquarius energy. That is just confirmation that there is some intense healing going on with this masculine right now. All right, my loves, I hope this gave you a little bit of guidance. I hope it helps strengthen your intuition on what you're already knowing and feeling. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.